What's up, people? This is Trey Cam 12, and this is Trey's Point of View number 21. I brought my theme song back and my cover picture. I hope you all enjoyed it. Welcome to Trey's Point of View, where I bring you wrestling news from my point of view. And today, I'm giving my 2012 SummerSlam predictions. And here to join me in giving his predictions as well is the host of the Rock and Roll Wrestling Show, my bro, Chris Levi White, also known on YouTube as Chris Levi 13. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So the first match that is going to be on the pre-show. Well, one question real quick about the pre-show. Does anybody watch the pre-show? Do you watch the pre-show?
No, but can I say something about that?
Yes, go ahead.
You know how I've always thought about the pre-show. They're going to start having a pre-show on these cards, you know? They should get the internet title that, what's his face, Zack Ryder, and came up with, and they should fight that on the pre-shows as a title, you know? But that's just me, instead of putting Intercontinental or US on it.
Yeah, moving on to the match on the pre-show, it is Santino Marella. The United States Championship is on the line. It's Santino Marella versus Antonio Cesaro, and I believe that Santino Marella will unfortunately win. I don't want him to win, but yet I don't see Antonio Cesaro being a champion anytime soon. What about you?
Well, I don't really know how to pick who to win, you know, because Santino hasn't been the champion that he was when he first got the belt.
Yeah, exactly.
He had been a fighting champion. He's been kind of thrown back to being a jobber champ. Sorry, but that's just me. So I really don't care who wins.
Yeah, and he won the United States title from Jack Swagger, which arguably is the worst United States champion.
Whatever
of
happened
all
to Jack
time.
Swagger?
God knows, and I don't really even care. I don't even like Jack Swagger. The next match, it is the WWE Tag Team Championships are on the line. It is Kofi Kingston and R-Truth versus the Primetime Players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. Since AW has been released from WWE, who will win the tag team titles? Will it be the Primetime Players or R-Truth and Kofi Kingston? And I believe that R-Truth and Kofi Kingston will indeed retain their titles. What do you think?
I think R-Truth and Kofi Kingston, as long as you, the Hip Hop Express, as we call it, will retain their titles.
That's pretty cool.
Even though I do like Primetime Players, I think they're going to lose.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what do you think about the Primetime Players since AW?
Since AW left, they can come out of their shell more, you know, come who they really are as wrestlers and as their gimmicks, stuff like that, without AW's big mouth. All
right, the next match on the card is the Intercontinental Championship, and it is this match is for the Intercontinental Championship. It is The Miz taking on Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio defeated The Miz, I believe last week on SmackDown or Raw, and it'll be The Miz versus Rey Mysterio, and I believe The Miz will beat Rey Mysterio. Even though I'm cheering for Rey Mysterio, I still think The Miz will win the match. What do you think about that?
I would love to see my favorite high flyer 619 win the match, but it can go either way with the way that their rivalry's been going since The Miz returned and Rey Mysterio returned.
Yeah, exactly. Like those two, they came back at roughly the same time, except The Miz came back
like a week before.
About like a couple of weeks before. So yeah, I'll say The Miz is gonna win the match, but I'm cheering for Rey Mysterio. But I think Rey Mysterio can put The Miz over very well.
Yeah, I mean The Miz is already a lot put over, but going against somebody like the legacy of Rey Mysterio throughout wrestling, it could put him over way more.
Exactly. Like, he beat John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania with an assist from The Rock, but it still goes down in history as a 1-2-3. So, The Miz has always been up against bigger guys, and I'm very, I'm looking forward to seeing what Miz can do against smaller opponents.
Bigger guys. Because when you look at him from our point of view on the TV, he always looks smaller than everybody else, doesn't he?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but he is a good, very, very good wrestler. I like him.
Yeah, he seems to have upped his game since he returned, and
I like the new style too.
Yeah, and I'll say I'm sort of kind of a Miz fan. I'm not really a hardcore Miz fan like all these other bandwagoners, but let's just move on before I really get in a rant mode.
Yeah, we don't need that.
The next match on the card is Kane versus Daniel Bryan, and I don't really know with this match. I'm looking forward to it, no doubt about it. But I don't know who the hell to pick.
Well, because to me it's like you got the big red monster right in one hand, and then you got
Daniel Bryan's throat in the other one when he chokeslams his ass.
But it seems like Daniel Bryan's kind of having to go towards a crazy type. I don't know what you would call it. And then you got Kane, who's always been crazy. So which one would you pick out of the two crazy people?
To be honest with you, Pepsi.
Dr. Pepper. Hey, this kids might be watching this.
I apologize. If I had to pick somebody right now, I'd probably have to say Kane because there's always that lingering factor in the match.
Yeah, and
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah,
Charlie Sheen could show up at SummerSlam.
Yes, he could. And Daniel Bryan seems to be scared of Kane.
I would be too, going against a 6 foot tall, 300-pound monster of a
he's
freaking
almost
man.
7 foot.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah. Okay. Now.
The next match on the card is the Battle of the Egos. It's Chris Jericho taking on the show-off Dolph Ziggler. And I am so looking forward to this match. This is one of my most anticipated matches in recent history. You got two guys whose careers are so parallel. Ziggler is kind of like the new Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is getting into the point of his career where he, may retire from wrestling
and he's just a legend now.
Yeah, basically. He's basically a legend. So yeah. I believe that I may lose a lot of followers for this. I believe that Dolph Ziggler is going to win the match because it would put him over so much, and it'd be a great send off for Chris Jericho to look back on his career and say, "I've had such a good career,
a good guy.
And I put over such a good, young opponent that, really there's nothing left for me in WWE or in wrestling." And then he can go off with his band and he can look back on a really great career.
Yeah.
What are your predictions on that match?
Well, as you said, it will be a good way to put over Dolph Ziggler, who is already being put over by the crowd. It might help him propel him to title status, you think?
I believe so, because he's got the money in the bank.
Yeah, he got the money in the bank.
Which I predicted.
Yeah, which he could maybe possibly use it sometime soon, even at SummerSlam, to make an oh my god moment.
You know what? I'm kind of hoping, not trying to interrupt you, but I'm kind of hoping that he holds on to the money in the bank just a little bit longer so he can get a little bit more over. But I think he's sort of kind of ready for the title. But yet on the other hand, I don't think he's ready just yet. Give him a couple of more pay-per-views. Like I'd say, cash it in by
Night Champions,
Night of Champions, or Hell in a Cell. I say either one of those. But I'd rather pick Hell in a Cell because that's like the perfect opportunity. The champion just got out of a Hell in a Cell match. If we have a new champion, or if the champion retains the title, so that'd be perfect.
So, well, I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. I think that as him, Dolph Ziggler should win this match. I hope he wins, even though I'd like to see Chris Jericho get one more win before he leaves. I don't know if Chris Jericho will get it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so the next matchup on the card is the World Heavyweight Championship. It is Sheamus taking on Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio and Sheamus will go on, and they will go one-on-one, which I believe there should be some type of stipulation to this match, because Sheamus versus Alberto Del Rio is freaking boring. I mean, boring.
And there is a kind of like a little thing. Sheamus is, quote-unquote, injured.
That doesn't really make the match any more interesting to me, really, because there's, like, nothing there. I mean, like, really, there's no, like, much entertainment.
Even though they try to build a story with it, it really doesn't build on nothing,
I mean, I don't even like Alberto. I'm just going to go on the record. I cannot stand Alberto Del Rio. I don't know what it is. He's just, he's a good wrestler, no doubt about it, but...
I'm sorry, yeah, I agree with you. His ring announcer is better than him. Sorry to say it.
Yes, as in terms of wrestling... Ricardo Rodriguez, known as Chimera in FCW, is a better wrestler than Alberto Del Rio. But if I had to pick the winner of that match, I'd have to say Sheamus.
Sheamus retains. Yeah, Sheamus will retain.
Sheamus retains. Yep. All right. So the next match on the card is for the WWE Championship. It's CM Punk versus John Cena versus The Big Show.
The epic match that everybody's saying.
And I believe, now, for the past couple of weeks, I've been thinking that The Big Show was going to win for some odd reason. Now, I'm thinking, I believe, you know what? I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to stick with my main guy, CM Punk. CM Punk will retain the WWE Championship. I don't know how, but I just have the feeling that he's going to come out with the win on that.
Well, you got CM Punk, the champ. You got John Cena, the former champ, basically. And then you got Big Show, a guy who hasn't been WWE champion in a long time. You got three guys, and the champ does not have to be pinned to lose that match. So I don't know who would win. But if I choose somebody and it came down to of my life, I say John Cena. I would want John Cena to win the title back because he hasn't had a title in almost a year.
Really, I can see all three of these guys being champion. Like, I'd like to see Cena as a champion again. I love Punk as a champion, but yet I would like Big Show to get one more title reign before his career's over. Now, for what possibly could be the main event, because
the blockbuster event.
Yeah, the blockbuster. This match is gonna make SummerSlam. I don't think it's gonna be the match of the night, but it's basically what SummerSlam has been built around. Triple H, my favorite wrestler of all time, versus Brock Lesnar.
And can I say something? You got Shawn Michaels that might not be there or might be there for in Triple H's corner, kind of. And then you got Paul Heyman in Brock Lesnar's corner.
Now, in case you didn't know from all the video packages and promos that they've had for the past couple of weeks, Triple H will indeed be fighting Brock Lesnar. And I believe that, Triple H is my favorite wrestler of all time. I don't really like Brock Lesnar, but good Lord, who the fuck do I pick in this match? Like, I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but like, Brock Lesnar just came back. He hasn't won a match yet. He's only had one match back. And Triple H is back. And it seems like Triple H may win the match, but if he wins, Brock Lesnar's going to look weak as hell. It's like his return meant nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, oh my God. I'll say Triple H. Mainly because he's my favorite wrestler of all time. But this was a hard one, really. What do you think?
It's really hard, but it's going to be an intense match. Know that there might have the possibility of blood, and the way that each other just hate each other, it seems like. So, and I gotta agree with you because I don't think Brock Lesnar is stable enough or has the right mindset to be able to beat Triple H. That's just me.
And like with all this build, all this brutality that's been going on, this match should definitely be a no holds barred match. Like I would book that so freaking good. It would be a no holds barred. Like, oh my God. So that's our SummerSlam predictions, and I have one more topic to talk about, and I'm gonna let you say that because you're my special guest.
Thank you. And as we've recently seen on a few social media sites, Alex Shelley, former TNA superstar and one half of the Motor City Machine Guns, has been signed to a WWE contract. And I think that is awesome because he is one of my idols that I've been told I could be like. How do you feel like?
I think that Alex Shelley brings a uniqueness to wrestling. My dad says that he can turn a normal drop kick into like something that you've never seen before. Like he's just very unique. He has his own style.
He's fast.
He's fucking flash going around the damn ring. But yeah, I hope they don't bury him just because he was in TNA because he's such a good talent. And I hope Triple H or Vince or whoever the fuck's in charge needs to realize that they've got a good, great, amazing talent on their hands.
And utilize him for what he is, a fast, good, young, talented guy. Well, he's not the youngest, but he is pretty talented, man. Right, and I gotta say something else. Caitlyn is fucking hot. Okay, come on.
Yeah, but Eve beat her ass. This has been Trey's Point of View number 21 with special guest Chris Levi 13.
Thanks for allowing me to be on your show.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Go check out his page and also subscribe to me and subscribe to him as well. Chris Levi 13. Watch the Rock and Roll Wrestling Show. Trey's Point of View number 22 will be next week. So, see you then.
Signing off.